Hey there, so good morning. Yes, it is lovely. Sun is out there. Let's see. Can you see it? Am I showing it to you? Anyway, thought I would try this because look, the ground is agreeable. The terrain actually is pleasant. It's been pleasant for a little while, so any moment now it's gonna turn into rocks and roots and God knows what. But anyway, okay. So quick check-in. I stopped at that campsite. It was wonderful. It was truly, truly, truly wonderful. I slept great. In fact, got up at 5:45 and said, nah, and went back to sleep till 6:20 or so. But then I was like, shoot, because I was going to do a 17 miles to a shelter today. But while I was drinking my coffee, I opened up the map far out, and I thought, let me just look at this again. And, there is a shelter at 21 miles that, it would work out better for my plans for the hostel, the next hostel. It would everything would just fall together really great if I could get there. But, like I told myself, no pressure, no pressure, no pressure. There's no pressure out here. I told myself day one, this is not, gotta get there. Gotta get there. No, that is not how this is going to go down. There is no deadline. My only deadline, really, is to get to Katahdin before they close Baxter State Park. And trust me, I want to be done well before that because that means it is so cold and risky. It's like, going up Katahdin in October is like, trying to do, a high peak, one of the highest peaks in the White Mountains. It is risky. You don't know what kind of weather you're going to face, and you are going to hurt, and it's going to be cold. So I really, really, really want to be done by September 30th. I'm on track to easily do that, barring disaster. But again, let's bring that all the way back now to today. And would love to do this 21. And it's actually 21 plus. I don't know what it is. But anyway, that's the goal. Of course, the 17 can be the bailout, right? So I knew having slept till 6:30 meant I wasn't going to get out. If I was lucky, 8:30. 8 o'clock would have been great, but that didn't happen. But I got everything done. That's the great part, It's like when you get everything done and you're not like, oh, I skipped a step because I was rushing and trying to get out. No, I feel so good when all the morning chores get done. And now, yes, I have a later start, but I don't, whatever. Things aren't happening along the way. Okay. Last night, weird. Couple of things. So weird. I woke up and found a tick inside my tent on the mesh screen. And I was thinking to myself, are you kidding me? You had all night to bite me, and you chose not to. So I'm thinking, like, why? And here, again, disclaimer. If anyone out there gets Lyme disease and wants to blame me because I was promoting cedarwood oil, I am not saying that it's the panacea. I'm not saying for sure. Please understand that it's the way to go. There are other things. There's one, DEET. People say DEET. I read. The reason I'm not carrying DEET is because I read that through hikers who use DEET regularly literally start to look sickly because it's so poisonous. It's just so not good for your health. And especially every day for 6 months, no. So there was no way I was bringing DEET. There is, I'm going to say it wrong, but something called Picardin or something like that. That's something you can put on your skin and won't wreck you like DEET. And it's supposed to work really, really well. As a matter of fact, Beat, the guy who gave us the hot dogs at the Trail Magic yesterday, he was promoting it. He said, and he is right, and I've heard this before, the ticks are the most dangerous creatures out here on the trail. And they are. They are. So, but what else? And then permethrin, of course, for your clothes. I may buy a bottle. I have some at home. I may buy a bottle next time I'm in town or at an outfitter's and just treat my clothes as well as. Thing is, you got to spray it and then let it dry. So you really need a nice day, you know. So anyway, we'll see. I think that would be a smart idea. But permethrin is for clothes, and then this Pickardin or whatever it's called for your skin. Okay. But I tried this, as you know, cedarwood oil concoction that I've been talking about. And all I could think is this is all over my pack. I've sprayed my pack. I've sprayed my hat. I've sprayed my clothes, my whole body. I'm embarrassed to say I haven't had a shower probably in a week, maybe longer. I am sure my hair has it. And I'm thinking, did this tick like jump on me somewhere and go, oh no, get me out of here. This is not safe for me. And I don't know. I'll let you determine that. But I did have to do a little experiment. So I took a tiny bit of tissue and I picked him off my screen and put him on the ground and sprayed him, of course, with my stuff. He did not look happy. And then, just for good measure, I burned him. I set him on fire in his little tissue. Because, yeah, there's absolutely no reason in my mind for ticks to exist. And then, second to ticks. Unbelievable. I opened my tent. Now, keep in mind, I slept in the shelter last 2 nights. So probably 3 mornings ago I put it away. And there must have been a little, I want to say a silkworm or just one of those tiny little caterpillars that hangs from the sky and you walk into them. Yesterday, so bad. I was like putting my pole out because it got to the point where it was so gross. And I'm like, get off of me. And they get in my face and then they get in my hair. And I was picking them off my clothes. I had to have picked off like 20 off my clothes yesterday. So gross. So I'm like, get away, get away. But anyway, one of them must have got packed away with my tent. And that would have been the campground. Would have been the last time I put my tent away. Must have got packed away. And I am sure in a desperate attempt to escape, the little thing did all that it knew to do. And it chewed like 15 holes in my tent mesh. I was utterly beside myself. I could not believe it. I am a person who takes really good care of their stuff. I go that extra step every time because I usually buy higher quality stuff and then take super good care of it so I don't have to buy it again for a long time. I am really, really that person who takes such good care of my stuff. But you know what? That stupid little worm was like the same color as the mesh. I didn't see it clearly. I rolled it in and it went to town. And so I spent easily, maybe more, but easily an hour last night cutting tiny little circles of tenacious tape to patch these holes. And can I tell you, anyone who thinks that my little scissors were a superfluous addition to my pack, no. Oh my gosh. I was never so grateful for those little scissors than I was last night. I couldn't have done that with a knife or even my nail nippers, which probably are considered superfluous. But those little scissors, I got them on Garage Grown Gear. They weigh very, very little. And I did question them. I thought, oh, maybe I don't need these, right? Oh no, I am so thankful I had them because there's no way I could have cut all those little patches. Because you got to get the rounded edges, otherwise the corners lift, right? All these little round, stupid worm. So this morning, of course, I made sure there were no stinking little stowaways. Anyway, that so that was my, dangerous creatures on the trail experience. So somebody had said in the comments of that campsite that they had breakfast with the deer. I did not see deer, but that's okay because the previous 2 days I did, right? No deer, no bear, no nothing, but I was the only one. You know that. I took a video. I showed you. So got going, got on the road at 8:30. Oh, okay, wait a minute. I'm going to pause it because look at Wilson change color. That's not good. Now, it could still be the AT, but I've got to double check. All right, I'll be back. I did miss the turn, but I wanted to show you, but only by like a minute. So easy course correction. Thank you, Jesus. But I wanted to show you. Sometimes the trail follows along another trail, right? So I'll see both those blazes. So that's what happened when I didn't see Wilson's white blaze with the yellow blaze. I knew, oops. And here it is. I went that way, which look at it. Looks very convincing. But I was supposed to go this way. So, as I say, I was only about a minute off, so not too much lost. All good. Of course, it was slightly downhill, so I had to climb back up. That stinks. Anyway, I don't know what I was saying when I got off track. And that's probably a good thing. I can let you guys go. Although I think I tell you I was shooting for 21 miles today? I got out at 8:30. That's a late start for wanting to do 21, 22 miles. It's somewhere about there. But my bailout is 17. There's a shelter at 17. So if it's just not going my way today, I will do the 17. And if it is going my way, I will do the 21, 22, whatever it really is. I don't even know. But it is so far. The trail has been very, very pretty. Very, very easy to walk. Been flat most of it, which kind of scares me because I did look at the elevation gain if I do the 21, 22, and it was 4,000, which means if I am flat now, probably I got a little hurt coming later because when I looked at the grade, it was already at 400 something, which means, okay, that calculates the flat, right? So the flat is calculated into that I figured out, right? Should have been obvious. I learned it the hard way. Thinking, 400's not bad. No, when you have a ton of flat, and then you calculate that in with your grade, that means something steep is coming, but that's okay. I got a long way to go. I can't start worrying about ups and downs and what hurts and what doesn't now. See this? Can you see it? The Potomac Appalachian Trail Club maintains the probably trail through Shenandoah National Park, and they do a marvelous job. It was their campsite that I stayed at last night. Okay, off I go, and until next time, bye. Clearly, this is the trail. And there's Wilson to prove this is the trail. But it sure don't look like the trail. Looks like the Amazon jungle. Definitely a massive blowdown that I need to now figure out how to navigate. All right, I'm gonna put the phone away because I don't think I wanna. Plus, you see that the ground has gotten a little, I threw my pole. Let's see, maybe we can do it together. Let's find out. Okay, let's see, I'll go out a little. So I'm thinking, okay. Oh, I can even almost see the trail through the branches, almost. All right, so not so bad. I'm clearly not the first person to do it. Like, here's some obvious worn Wow. Okay. Whoop. Gosh, the rocks. Yep. And there be the trail. There it is. Wow. Ah, these rocks. You know, bye, big blowdown. I gotta tell you, you probably, if you're planning to do the AT, then I'm very sure you've already heard about the rocks in Pennsylvania. They call it Rocksylvania, because supposedly it is so bad. Like, the whole trail is just rocks that you're walking on. And I heard Barry, it was Barry, he's from Maryland, so that area was a little familiar to him. Remember, we met Barry at the campground, Big Meadow campground. Anyway, he was telling us that there is a lot of glacier, rocks from glacier movement and whatever. And that's probably what all the rocks in Pennsylvania are about. But so why I even bring this up is because if I don't like these rocks, oh my gosh, what is Pennsylvania going to be like? I fear that it will be slow. No making up for lost time or banking big miles in Pennsylvania. All right. There's Wilson, way over there. Okay, I'm going to put my phone down just so I don't drop it in the river. But what a beautiful little river. Okay. Okay, I'll see you on the other side. Bye. Just came out of the woods. There's a cute little bench right here. And let's see, looks at, I don't know, it's, I hate when, there's something the phone doesn't know. There it is, I gotta get, oh my gosh. Wow, it's beautiful. And now I am just walking on grass for now. But what's curious is there's clearly just a house right there. Somebody's home. There was a basketball hoop, and a kayak. So, not sure where I'm headed, but we shall find out. So this is that thing we were looking down at from through the gate. Not sure what it is, but it definitely hiking the AT. There's Wilson. And it says government property. So, not sure what it is, but it's got a zillion outbuildings. So, it's something. It's something. Of course it's something. There's a bunch of these. They look boarded up. I don't know, maybe it's a training camp or something. A training facility, I don't know. But it looks boarded up, like maybe it's going to get open soon or something. But they definitely don't want us up there or in there. Okay. I actually saw a truck pulling in. She had to open the gate and close it, and I thought she's waiting, right? In case I thought I needed to slip inside. Definitely not. No interest. I gotta get 21 miles in today. All right. Gotta go. Just a little old bench sitting in the thickets for someone to take a nice rest. No time for that. Must move on. So this is our shelter tonight. I was going to sleep in my tent. I was really looking forward to it, but there are no flat sites. Everything is on a slope. Unless I want to go way up there on the road, which I don't. So I am going to stay in the shelter tonight. I made myself a little clothesline because all my clothes are so sweaty, they're disgusting. I took a little bath in the stream before I actually reached the shelter. Happy and this gentleman here got this amazing fire going. And this little cutie pie is named Deuce. And that line takes us to the water, which I still need to do. I haven't gotten my water, but I gotta show you this very cool shelter. So look at this. Like, it looks like a chalet. It's so cool. It looks like, and look, it's got this very, very cool, like, porch with a cathedral ceiling. And then picnic table, and then look at this. It's like hardwood floors. All right, this is like insane. We got hardwood floors in the shelter, and it's as you can see, it's got bunks, cathedral ceilings. It's very dark in here, but we got you know, the packs are hanging on pegs. And it's very, very nice. So, you know what? Since it's cool looking and nice, I decided I'm going to sleep in here. And there's my little corner. There we are. Oh, my pillow isn't right. Let's fix the pillow. Let's make it right. Okay, there. All right, it's very dark. It's already like, I don't even know. It's 7:45. I've got to make dinner soon. All right, well, very cool. I'll fill you in with more later. Wow, look at the view from off the deck. All right, this is just too cool. I absolutely love it here. It's beautiful. All right, but I got to go get water. Okay, bye for now.